Hi guys, today we're going to be doing a challenge. I am going to design and crochet as many mini tote bags as I can. It's currently 10:30 a.m. I just woke up, I'm drinking my coffee, and this is the general size I will be aiming for. This is my everyday crochet project bag that I just grab with me whenever I go outside. There are some rules for today's challenge. The first rule, I am not going to be using any patterns whatsoever. I can look up stitches online though, but I can just look up a mini tote bag pattern and use that. I have to make up the pattern as I go, which is going to slow me down at the beginning, but I think it's going to be fun. And honestly, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to take normal breaks. I'm not going to just constantly crochet for 12 hours because that's unhealthy. Since it's 10:30 now, I think I'm going to just continue this challenge until I want to go to sleep, which will be like a realistic full day of working on crocheting and designing. I have a general idea on what I want the tote bags to look like, and I really want to learn a new crochet stitch. I looked up the cat stitch, which I've never done before. I'm really excited to learn it and apply it in my mini tote bag pattern. So let's just get started. This is the cat stitch I was talking about. The video I am looking at in particular is by Play Hook With Me, and I am going to link it in the description if you guys are interested. For my first bag and first attempt at learning this new stitch, I'm going to be using this color scheme. Those are all Yarn Jeans Bamboo. We have two shades of grey, a purple and a black. I think I'm just going to chain 30 and hope for the best. Actually, I chained 45, and the first row is just shell stitch, pretty much. So that's pretty easy. Here is my row 1. Row 2 was pretty much identical. Row 3, row 4? Yeah, row 4. And row 5, I'm going to switch to purple now, so you can probably see the stitches a little bit better then. I finished the next row and I put it over my stack of sticky notes so you can see the contrast better, but it does look like a cat. I really like what I'm seeing. I'm done working with the tutorial. I memorized the pattern, so I'm just going to keep repeating it until it's the right size. Currently, it's 11:07. Okay, I think the panel is tall enough. Now I'm going to try to straighten this edge. And after that, I'm going to make an identical panel to go for the other side of the bag. And then we'll figure out what to do about the straps. And it's currently 11:40. This is going way more slowly than I anticipated. As you can see, I tried adding some border action and it's ruffling up, and suddenly my bad, I should have predicted it. I just placed a double crochet into every single stitch on top, and well, it looks like crap, so I'm going to forget. And instead, I'm just going to continue with this purple and go around the entire panel to straighten it up a bit, and we'll see what happens next. There is a crap ton of loose ends in this pattern because of the way I changed colors, so I'm just going to try to crochet over them as I'm working the border. I hope it looks good. So this is my first chain, right? There's supposed to be 4 chains in between every shell stitch, but when I was working the border, I only put 3 stitches into the chain 4 space, and it looks straight. I like it, so I'm going to match the amount of stitches on this side to this side and hope for the best. I think it looks okay, but the math still can be improved, which will probably happen with the next bag I'm going to make, or just with the second panel. I chained 60 for the handle, and I think I'm going to leave this panel right now and start working on the second one, and then come back and add the width to the stripe. It's going slowly, but I like it. It's currently 12:49, and I'm going to take my first break today. It's almost 1:40 p.m. and I took like half an hour off. And after that, I finished this second panel. Well, almost. I still need to do the border, but I made some improvements. As you can see here, there are many more stitches going across in this border as opposed to this new one. I simplified it a lot. This is the one that is demonstrated in the video that I linked in the description. In my version, I just start with half double crochet. I half double 3 together. I do 1 single crochet. I skip the chain space, do another single crochet, half double crochet 3 together, and I repeat this all the way across. This means there are fewer stitches, less yarn, and the edge looks straighter. Love. So I'm going to keep doing this in the future. Okay, I am back with a bag. Obviously, it's not finished, but the only thing left to do is to weave in the ends, which there's a ton of ends. Most of them I'm just going to tie off, so it shouldn't take too long. The thing with this bag is it's more complicated than I want it to be. So I really want to simplify many things about this bag, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think the stitch is very interesting. One thing that needs to change is that 4 colors just don't work. I need to switch to 3 colors so that I can carry the different colors along this edge way more easily. I think I'm going to make the handle chain a little bit shorter. This is chain 60, and compared to my bag, it's just a little bit longer. So I think I'm going to go down to like maybe 45. Those small adjustments will definitely make this go a lot faster. Obviously, I was learning the stitch and learning the overall construction of this bag. I came up with it as I went, so it took a lot of time. It's 3 p.m. now. I'm going to do the ends, do it really quickly, and after that, we might try to make a similar bag, but not with a cat stitch, but with a typical solid granny square design. So that's the next thing that I'm going to be doing. It's officially 3:20 and the first bag of today's video is fully complete this time. Let me grab some other colors for the next one. I grabbed a few options here and I really want to use this rainbow yarn, so I'm just going to make a granny square, make the second bag super simple. I will alternate the rainbow yarn from Himalaya with the same black that I used with the previous project, which is the jeans bamboo. I think it will look very nice. I decided to turn on ESO to do my dailies, so that should take me like 15 minutes. Second break time. Well, it took 15 minutes. Now back to this. Hello again. It's currently 4:30, there you go. And I'm tired, my neck hurts, and I'm hungry, so it's going to be my third break now. I tried to make it kind of short, but also I want to give myself a chance to stretch a little bit. So to summarize, since I think 10:30 was the time that I started, I made 1 mini tote bag and a half. I made this panel. I really like the way it turned out. I'll make an identical panel once I'm done with my little break, and that will put us at two bags today. I'm just here to quickly express my annoyance at this particular factory knot. Well, as you can see, the way this yarn is going, looks like we went through the purple part, then we wrapped around over half the square, we got to red, red continued, we went to this variegated section and then to blue, and we were about to get to greens. But looks like we're going back to red and back to purple, so that's gonna look silly. I'm just going to pull this yarn until I find a section that is either blue or green, so we can continue the color progression, so it doesn't look that silly, I guess. It's 6:15 and the bag number 2 is finished. And I really need a break from black yarn, so let's pick something else. Here is the color palette for the next bag. This is a very small scrap. So other than that, we got yarn or jeans in white and 19, which is a very pretty lavender. Now it's 7:06 and half of the third bag is finished. I am very happy to announce I do have enough of this pastel-y variegated yarn to make both the front and the back of this bag equal, similar, no, identical. Can you tell I'm getting tired? I still have one more row to do on this square, which means very soon I will have the third bag complete. And I know I wasted a lot of time at the beginning of this video trying to work on that cat stitch, but I want to give it another shot. So after this I'm going to go back to that design and make another cat stitch tote bag. Bag number 3 is complete and it's currently 8:08. Nice. My desk is becoming a hot mess now, but I grabbed 2 more colors. I showed you this one before. This is Jeans Splash from Yarn Art, color number 944, and this one is also Jeans Splash 950, and those two together remind me of the beach. Deep blue sea, orangey yellow sand. And I'm going to add this gray to the mix because there is a little bit of gray going through this yellow skein, which is the same gray as this one. So let's have a second attempt at the cat stitch tote, and this time hopefully it won't take me 5 hours or however long it was. I made some modifications already. So in this one, the first bag that I made, I was chaining 45 for each panel, which, you know, didn't work out that well because I ended up shrinking it later with my border anyway. So this time I decided to chain 27 plus 1 turning chain, and as you can see, it looks like it will probably be a problem in the future, but maybe not, I don't know. This yarn is quite stretchy, so I'm not that worried about it. But regardless, I hope I am not wasting time again. Also, this yarn is the prettiest blue yarn I have ever seen, used, touched. I can't get over it, guys. I need like 10 of them. Oh yeah, it's working just fine. I've been carrying the colors on both sides, and I couldn't be happier, honestly. This one isn't going to take nearly as much time as the first one. It's 9:30. One more half to go. It's currently 10:48, which means it's been over 12 hours since I started. It's getting late, but I am gonna finish this. Okay, it's currently 12:45 a.m. I stayed up quite a bit, eh? Well, this bag is complete, and I don't feel sleepy. So, I don't know, I might start a new one. I got distracted, obviously. I started it at like, what, 7 or 8 p.m? And now it's almost 1 a.m. I cleaned up my desk a little bit, I did some winding, I played some games. Anyway, I got distracted, so this bag actually took 4 hours yet again. Hello, it's the next day. So, to summarize, I made 4 mini tote bags yesterday. Ooh. I expected the number to be a little bit higher, at least 6. And to be fair, if all of my bags were just granny squares like this one and this one, I probably would have made even more. But the cat stitch took a lot longer than I anticipated, which is fine. I guess we can do a rematch sometime in the future where I would just know what I'm doing this time, and yeah. They didn't turn out to be the same size. This is the biggest one, which is also the first one I made. The second cat stitch bag, which is also the last bag I made yesterday, turned out the tiniest bit smaller, and also I changed a lot about the way I connect the panels. In the first one there were many rows of single crochet. In the second one I switched to double crochets, especially for the top part and for the handles, and then I just connected everything with single crochets, but just 1 row this time. Here is a size comparison. The purple one is ever so slightly bigger. And then coming back to the granny square ones, here's the black and rainbow. I really like this side. I think it turned out a lot better than the other one, just the way the color progressed. And now the traditional granny square. This is my favorite bag of all of them, but I think it's mostly due to the yarn I used. This is all yarn art jeans. I love the structure and the texture. Both of these bags are 9 rows or 9 rounds of granny square, but this one would definitely benefit from a single extra row. It's just a little bit smaller. Here's how they compare. So if I were to make more in the future, I would definitely make this design with a single extra row to compensate for the difference in sizes. All of them I made using the same hook, 3mm, so there's that. In total, I used 630 meters of yarn, or 207 grams, which roughly translates to about 4 full skeins and a little bit. Honestly, not bad for over 12 hours of crochet. I already started the next one. I want to keep making bags, but obviously that's not part of today's challenge or today's video. So if you want to see what other bags I'll make, just subscribe and follow me on all the other social media so you can stay up to date with whatever I'm up to. Also, I would love you to tell me which one of the bags is your favorite. I did a similar challenge in the past with scrunchies and cat beanies and other things. I'm going to link everything in the description. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.